Hi everyone, thanks for coming back for another video. This is going to be my final Project Pan update. It's finally here. For those of you who don't know, Project Pan is a fun little challenge makeup lovers like to do where we either try to use up a makeup item entirely, or for creams and powders that are pressed very tightly down into a metal pan, we try to use the product up enough so that we can see the pan at the bottom. It's a sense of accomplishment, and it's the little things that matter, so it's a really fun project. Other times it's known as Pan That Palette, same thing. I don't know if there's other names for it. So I did 3 products this year. 2 were blushes, one had an accompanying highlighter with it, and a small eyeshadow palette by LA Colors called, it was the Day to Night line. The name of it is called After Dark, and it was a challenge. I'm wearing it today, hopefully for the final time. I don't like it at all. I have a couple different shadows on. I have a white on the inside, and then I also put a brighter silver from another palette on the inner corner. Then I transitioned to a gray and then the darkest gray in the palette. I also put like a teal like powder line underneath that I can't even see anymore, so I don't know where it went, but it's not on there anymore. But I did try to use it for this finale. On my lip today, the main thing is a Milani lipstick called Teddy Bear. I've been experimenting with lip liner. I'm gonna need it. I have some lip lines. Yeah. They're really frustrating, and I've been horrible with lip liner, but I think I may have unlocked it by choosing a darker lip liner and also just trying to get the most steady hand possible. So I chose a brown today. It was a little dark, but I'm experimenting with it. I was happy enough to include it in the video. It's a NYX Vivid Rich mechanical liner. So the liner, this lipstick, and then I just got in a Juvia's Place gloss that I'm going to list below, but I also, it's going to be in my November haul. So that's kind of in the middle to try to create that gradient. I think it makes my lips look a little bigger too. It's just, there's always something new to learn with makeup, right? So the lip liner is the next thing for me. What was the other thing? There was something else too, but I'll tell you eventually. I have a Wet n Wild tinted hydrator on my face for the most part, and I also used one of the Project Pan blushes, so just kind of incorporating as much of it as I could. So overall, with this Project Pan, it was a struggle. Particularly the eyeshadow palette. I just never really got on board with it. Last year I did my first ever Project Pan, and it was an almost completely purple palette. And I struggled a bit with that, but I liked the quality of it a little more, and somehow I felt like most of them were multi-purpose and almost like could be used for more things than the palette this year. I picked a palette that was more colorful, slightly more colorful. It had some blues in it, it had a black in it. And I thought that would be helpful, but it kind of wasn't. And then when I used the kind of obvious colors first, then I felt stuck using the brighter colors, especially the blue. I finally, a few months ago, discovered that I could like line the underside of my eye or like at the inner corner with blue to kind of give it a pop of color, but sometimes that worked, sometimes it didn't, and then I would still have to go with stuff that like would go with blue. Mostly, I don't know. So there's a lot of blue eye looks in the month of November because I was really trying to use up the final 2 colors. I'm going to show you everything in a minute. I just kind of want to do a wrap up, and then I'm going to run the footage of each product for the entire year. So I'm excited. I'm excited to watch this back and see it. Like, I can't wait. The blushes were a lot easier. I actually hit pan in the duo way earlier than I thought I would. The pink one had a little bit of pan in it already, but I rarely did use it like a lot. So the blushes were really fun. It was mostly just the eyeshadow that I was struggling with, and I thought, you know, and you always think in the beginning, you're like, I'm gonna use this completely up, there's gonna be no eyeshadow left, and of course that didn't happen. I was trying to do palettes that I could declutter, you know, I didn't have an emotional attachment to, but that kind of made it harder to use them. So I don't know. There's going to be some changes for next year's Project Pan. I'm going to film that video very soon, and it'll probably post like the very beginning of January. So I'm excited about next year, but it's not even January yet. So we'll see where I am at next year, like June. The two blushes I used were an e.l.f. duo. I'm not going to run spoilers right now. They're waiting for you just off camera to see them. I had an e.l.f. blush duo. I think it's called a bite-size duo. That was a kind of peachy, corally kind of blush and a gold highlighter. Both very pretty, and really enjoyed using those. And then the other one was, get ready for it, this is the last time, I think, I hope, that I have to edit this meme in. The last one, the second blush, is a Basic Beauty blush that was given to me by a friend, and the name of it is It's October 3rd. Just okay. It's not that I don't like that movie or that quote or anything like that. I'm just like, oh my god, where's that picture? Like every month when I'm trying to put this in there. I enjoyed this blush a whole lot, actually. It's the most expensive of them. I believe they're about $18. They still are being made. Would recommend the product. I mean, the cream I've pressed down, you know, over top of the pan 3 times, I think, and was able to really use a lot of product packed into this little thing. So so those are my products. Let's go ahead and start with that Basic Beauty one. It's just alphabetically first. So yeah, let's do it. So let's look at the Basic Beauty progress over 2024. All right, and then I actually decided to throw in a third product. I'll have to look at the picture from last month and see if it's any wider. I may try to scratch it out towards the middle a little bit more. So here's the thing, this had already hit pan, so I was just increasing it and increasing it and increasing it. It's a cream, so it's pretty supple, so you can kind of move it around. So we'd already hit pan on this, but I moved the cream around and now it's covered again. I'm not starting over, obviously, because there's a lot less in here, but it was just all up against the outside last month. I took the cream and I pushed it down again because I was having trouble getting it out of the corners. Well, there's no corners in a circle. So let's look at this blush today. Today is actually November 27th. So I'm just sick of the eyeshadow palette, so I'm just kind of doing this sooner. I don't want to use these. Maybe the blushes. I don't want to use the eyeshadow palette the rest of the year. I'm ready to move on. So let's just do this now and see the progress of the Basic Beauty blush. This is it today. I used the crap out of this. I'm going to go ahead and show you like a little bit more of a clear photo between the two, the beginning and the end, just so you can see that. I did weigh it. At the beginning of this blush's journey, which was actually February of 2024, it weighed in at 8 grams without the lid. And My scale is accurate, but it was kind of flipping around a little bit, 2 grams at a time. So sometimes it would give a really strong 6 grams, other times it would kind of just flip back up to 8, or other times it was like going back and forth and back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we used about 2 grams of product in here, which is not a lot. A gram is like a weight of a paper clip, but it's a pretty small pan, like the whole pan, not just the pan that's showing. I don't know, that seems about right. I mean, we, just dip a brush in like once or twice, really. So I don't know, I think starting out so small and the scale kind of going in 2 gram increments may have been a little harder to get an accurate weight. I have a couple other scales because I needed to buy a new one for my hawk, so the old one I can try to use next year. But yeah, it's about 2 grams of product. I mean, that sounds fine. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to throw this out. I have so many other blushes that I really want to dig into. So yeah, that's my final weight and final shot of my Basic Beauty blush. It's October 3rd. So the next blush, let's go ahead and do next. It's that e.l.f. blush and highlight duo. I'm gonna roll the clip from 2024. And then just for fun, I also decided to do a blush. Drama with this one. If you haven't already, go watch the video where this gets dropped on the bathroom floor and breaks. Dropped it, the highlighter came completely out. Just broke out of the pan. As you can see though, I got it back in there. I did fix it. However, I lost some of the powder. And a highlighter that fell out, and then I repressed it. Last month I started to see some of the pan kind of shape underneath this pan specifically. I feel like I can see the pan in this one. I'm sure you won't be able to tell. You can kind of see the shadow there. You can see the dip in this over here. Do you see this? We actually hit pan in both. In both. We can do just a little bit. That counts. That counts. If I had to pick a product that was the most fun to use this year, it was this one. I do have another color by e.l.f. I was really debating if I should repurchase this, but like I just said, I have a ton of blushes and I'm sure I have this color duped somewhere. Or I could make it if I want, or because it's inexpensive, it's like $3 or $4, I could just buy it. It's still being made. But I have the white peach variety. This one is called Guava, if I haven't said so already. And let's look at the final progress. It's a little bit hard to really show it in the ring light. I either have to be like farther back or like really try to get the glare out. This one was a bit harder to tell unless you had the comparison. Let me go ahead and show you the like more high definition comparison. Yeah, so I literally started with no pan in here, and even though I broke my highlight, I managed to revive it, get it back in the pan, and then I still, I hit pan after that. I was really happy with my progress on this, especially the blush, because blush is notoriously hard to hit pan in, and I mean, I hit a lot of pans, so I used this a lot. It helps that it's kind of my natural blush color. I'm a little more neutral than pink, so it kind of helped me contour my face a bit. Also, it's not super pigmented the first dip, so having to take several dips to get it pigmented, which was good because you layer it and you can get it subtle or you can get it pretty bright. It took multiple dips in the pan, and that helps me to use it up as well. This one started at 20 grams, and I did start this one in January. The final weight today was 18 grams. So it seems that this product I also used about 2 grams up. That seems even more possible to me with this one than the cream blush, because I would think the creams weigh a little bit more. These are bigger pans, and there's 2 of them. So it probably started weighing more, but I don't know how much the packaging by itself weighs. Sometimes they tell you how many grams or even ounces are in a palette or, product, but it didn't say it on this one. But the most fun with this, really enjoyed it. Probably my favorite product of the 3. Don't tell the others. I think I'm okay with throwing this out. I do really like both. It's harder to let go of, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna move on. This will be on the internet forever. All right, last time and last reveal, let me go ahead and show you the progress on this eyeshadow palette over 2024. Hi everybody, thanks for coming back for another video. Today I'm going to introduce my 2024 project pan and also show you Xavier because he cannot stop participating. I decided to do the LA Colors Day to Night palette. It did drop though, and this palette right here, the powder all came out. It just broke again, and it kind of broke beyond repair. So my project pan kind of fell into the sink, and I was like, please don't break, and I picked it up and noticed that this pan was missing, and it took me a few minutes, but I finally figured out that it had just popped over here. So if you go back and watch the playlist, the eyeshadow palette parts, obviously, I think every single one I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I'm not enjoying this. I'm not on board for it. But that's okay. I learned a lot from using it. Before I keep rambling even further, let me go ahead and show you the final update for this eyeshadow palette. Here we go. As you probably guessed, because I'm posting this so early, I hit my goal. I did hit pan in every single one. Let me show you the more high definition picture. The last two pans I hit were these two blues. Hey everyone, I am super excited. This is the moment, and this is the blue under eye that resulted in me hitting my final pan in my 2024 project pan. Let me see if I can open it one-handed. Both of the blues right next to the purples. I was using it as nail polish. I was using it all over the lid. I was using it in my under eye. I actually may have gotten a lip liner situation that I'm happy with today too, for the first time ever. But super exciting. I am technically done my project pan. I'm not sure how I'm going to continue it, but I wanted to record this moment because I'm excited. And it is November 25th. So I did it before December. I really went aggressive, but I got it done before December. Am I still going to use it? I don't know. We'll talk about it in whatever I record next. These two were very bright. They were almost identical. And I thought I used more blue than I actually do. I mean, granted, there were 4 pans of blue, but these are small pans. I thought I would hit the white one first. Instead, I hit the silver one, which really surprised me because I was barely using it. I thought the very first pan to technically be hit was this purple because it fell out. I revived it and then I just let it go and it broke again. I was like, you know what? Natural selection. It tended to expand rapidly as soon as you touched the pan. Even if it was just a little brush, it would then kind of like flake out. So even though this is LA Colors and last year's palette was LA Colors, I think last year's was actually higher quality. It was very powdery, but this just kind of broke apart. It was blendable, but I don't know, it wasn't my favorite. Oh, I almost forgot to talk about weight with the eyeshadow. We started at a solid 40 grams. It did say on this that there's 8 grams of product in here, and that's spread over 12 pans. So one pan is not 1 gram of product. It's less than a gram per pan. And we ended up at 38 grams. So all 3 of these products, the scale tells me that I used 2 grams of product. I would think I would have used a little bit more in this one. I mean, if there's 8 grams of product and now there's only 6, like it looks like it's like, I was gonna say half used, but maybe not. Maybe that's about right. I don't want to give away what I'm doing next year, but it's gonna be a little bit easier to track the weight, I think. I'm not gonna make a huge thing about like, here's me weighing it. Like, it's more over time. Let me answer a few questions I came up with about it just for fun. Favorite shade. This is gonna seem boring, but my favorite shade was actually this dark gray here. And that's because of sentimental reasons. I used this in my brows. It was the first color that I just attempted to try filling in brows with. It's not my exact brow color, but it worked. I mean, I have it in my brows today, actually. It just did well to like add a little shadow in, you know, between the hairs to make it seem fuller, or just like to make the kind of stark lines around it in a subtle way. So I'm gonna miss this color because when I was like, oh gosh, I need to put something in my brows, I usually would reach for this. I have a million other things I could put in my brows now, including brow products and not just eyeshadow. But I think this is my favorite one. What is your least favorite shade? Probably the one right above it. I didn't really know how to use it. It was like too dark to be a true silver like this one over here. I forget how I ended up using it. I did use the nail polish trick a lot with these, and that kind of started to bother me. Like, it's still using the product and you can use it in creative ways, but I was just kind of relying on that a lot. When I hit pan, it was with an actual brush on my actual eye. I'm surprised this pan up here in this brownie gold isn't bigger. But anyway. Most used shade, this gray, yeah. One of the most heavily used was this white as well. I was using this as highlighter. I was using it to set the lids because it was kind of the most neutral, like, or lightest. So I used a lot of that. That's why I thought I would hit this one first, but you can see there's a big pan in it. I did still use it after I hit it. Not a whole lot because I was really focusing on others, but I used that one and definitely the brow one a lot. You can see the brow one is a small little line because I used a tiny eyeshadow brush to get it, so that's how we got down to that center. What was your least used shade? This purple, because it just broke. Is that a cheating answer? Otherwise, it was this one. Again, this was my least favorite. Most unique shade. This teal right here. I really liked that teal. It was frustrating to use when all I had was blue, but it was a very pretty and bright pigmented color. Except for right now, apparently, because it disappeared. I had it under my eye, I promise. It threw me for a loop. I really couldn't predict what I was going to hit next. I was trying, you know, I mean, the last color is predictable, but the first one I wouldn't have guessed. I wouldn't have guessed what order they ended up getting hit in. When I do this next year, which I am going to do and I am going to introduce soon, I kind of have to remember all of my doubts this year and how I still was able to make it happen. It's just a fun distraction, and it also helps you kind of learn how to do long-term projects. Like, I started to think of other things in a long-term way, like skincare, weight loss. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. This project is elective and fun, but it doesn't happen overnight. You've got to keep working at it and keep working at it. And that's helped me. It really has. So I'm going to keep it up. I have a pretty ambitious project pan planned for next year. It's going to be bigger and better, I think. Make sure you subscribe, shameless plug here, to make sure that you don't miss that. That's going to be my 2025 project pan. Oh my goodness. And then it feels like December 2025 is here already because like it's a year-long project. Thanks for joining me on this journey. This has been a lot of fun, obviously. I highly recommend this project. Even if you don't hit your goal, you're still panning and it's still exciting to see like what's next and like, oh, that little pan is a little bit bigger, and you know, it's just an exciting project. Totally, you know, not necessary in the scale of the universe, but very fun. So let me know how your project pan is going. I'm just kind of sick of this, so the eyeshadow may make an appearance by the end of the month, but I'm going to consider this my finale, my official finale. Maybe I'll record if there's any more progress before I toss them. I don't know. So they will live with me until January 2025, but I am done the project. I hit my goals. I didn't use up the pink one, but I was kind of on the fence about that. So go ahead and like if you enjoyed this journey. Let me know how yours is going. Subscribe so you can keep seeing, you know, these new ones come out. I think they're going to get better and better as I go. I'm learning so much about making these videos and like following up with these projects. There's a playlist for last year's project pan. There's a playlist for this year's project pan. There's one for all the lots of swatches that I do of full palettes, and lipstick collections and blushes too. We have some swatch videos, a lot of swatch videos actually. We have playlists of some of the looks and get ready with me's that I do, and we have a whole haul playlist as well. We are art and animals here at FlyOn, so art doesn't just mean makeup. So we've got a bunch of other artistic related videos, dance, what else do I do here? We have Artistic Tuesdays that come out that's just an art video of some kind. We have Falconry Fridays, sometimes with animal friends, which is kind of the other half of my life. So you've got that on Fridays. I know most people aren't interested in both, but I am, so maybe somebody is. I don't know. I just find it interesting anyway. And then we have a surprise Sunday. So Sunday might be another makeup video. It might be something else entirely. So check it out. Hopefully we'll see you in the comments. Hopefully we'll see you in future videos. Take care, breathe, take your meds. I hope everybody is safe and you're not alone. So don't forget that. We will talk to you soon. Bye. Hi everyone, thanks for coming back for another video. Today, for those of you who don't know, Project Pan is a fun little challenge. Makeup a For those of you who don't know, Project Pan is just a fun challenge that makeup lovers. Why can't I say the words? Makeup lovers. Oh my god. Not focused today, but everything else is set, so I'm like, let's just do it. So I did 3 products this year. An eyeshadow, did 2 blushes. One was technically oh my god, I can't talk. I took my meds, right? Yeah. And then I just go in, or I run the footage of the entire year for each product. Why did I say it like that? There's loud music. That actually is even... I could be wrong. Okay, let's get to this art. I don't know what I just said. So make sure you not professional. They're from Italy. Honey. Right here, the powder all came out. Oh. Lighter in here. Okay. The weight in here. So I cannot believe this cat today. He is just... I'll be right there. It's literally as soon as I start talking, he talks. He's so mad that I won't just like come over there and cuddle him.
5 minutes later.
Let me go comfort this cat. Oh, are you okay? He's fine. Next, is it next? Because we're in 2024 now, which has been my favorite. I just did it upside down. Oh, it's recording. How does this always happen? It's like voice activated, but it like turned on at random words. Hi. I feel cute today. For those who don't know, for those of you who don't know, Project Pan is a challenge. Hearing sounds, hold on. It's a challenge to film. For those who don't know, Project Pan is a challenge that we, in the makeup industry. Oh, I didn't get the weights. Highlighter actually made a really cool nail polish, actually, too. Just said actually twice. Take the lid off. Hello. So I'm positive. If you want to watch our 2023 Project Pan playlist. Okay. I might have hated all of that. Last month, starting to start. What did I say? Prada. I don't know. Okay, next one to. Did I just dissociate completely out of here. And this side of the blush, if I didn't say so already, it seems lower than this side, which makes sense because I dab it like... That's so ridiculous. I don't have a brush out here. Am I slouching? That's a funny way. I already have like it's March 3rd and March 3rd, October 3rd. I don't know why that was funny to me. It doesn't sound, it doesn't sound. What do you need? It's not time for you to talk. Let me pet him for a second. So the silver I probably have used like second most. Is that a thing? I forget what I was gonna say. The second product. Why is it so hard to say sometimes? My goodness. The second product I've tried to bring. What's wrong with me? I wonder if I'm gonna have to put the meme in every single Oh, you smell like... Did you just fart on me? You look awfully proud of yourself. Did you just fart on me? You better get down. Oh, great. Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. Honey, you need to lay down, especially if you're gonna stink me out. I still smell cat fart. And what else was I gonna say? Meow? Oh my goodness, he is cranky but playful. What else was I gonna say? I don't remember. I'll put it below. Let me do it. Because I did a couple videos today. It really smells like shit over here. Okay, I just blanked. I can't get the like angle right. Wow, did I just dissociate? I don't know. Hi. It's a cream, so it's pretty subtle? Not subtle. Seems that... Nope, not this one. I'm thinking of another one. So that's 10 grams. 10 grams? 20 minus 10 is... 10. It's not 10. I'm like, okay, it was a gift for me, obviously. There's like, I mean, they're kind of tealy too, but like, tealy, that sounds weird. Ooh, this glitter is getting on my dress, and I am not even sorry. The pan at the bottom of something. That's the overall. That's the overall, Thanks for tuning into this video. How many words are there that I could have chosen from? I have glitter everywhere. Do these even match? It's blue, but it doesn't look blue on the camera. That's weird. Trying to win a staring contest. There you go, finally. Depending on when this comes out, the past... Why did I say that like that? Depending on when this comes out, brain, please. Okay, this is like outro number 12. I just need an outro. How hard is it? Hi everyone, I wanted to go ahead and update you on... My eyebrows are... Uneven, but if I tilt my head, nobody notices. I've been doing a project pan since January, obviously. And I feel like I'm missing something. But I think I keep using it regularly. My brain is not working. Let me go up. Go up. Let me go ahead and put up a picture of what the update. I don't know if I like that. Let's do another one. Is there something in my teeth? Like, I don't care if you can't see it, but the next product is an e.l.f. blush highlight. Spoilers. And then the third product, I always do that. I always like hold it up, and then it's like there's no drama in it. The Guava one away at the end of the month. This already had,